Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I'm going to try to perform on the ACL sample project, chapter 12, which is the fraud detection technique. In the fraud detection technique, or in chapter 12, we have several tests that we can conduct. The first one is payment to fictitious vendor. Second one is payroll fraud. And the third one is lapping accounts receivable. In this particular case, the first thing that we should do is we conduct the test on payment to fictitious vendors. In the payment to fictitious vendor, what we can do is we can do the sequential invoice numbers, vendors with PO boxes, vendors with employee addresses, multiple companies with the same address, and invoice amount slightly below the review threshold. So for the first test of sequential invoice numbers, what we're going to do is we open the AP trans table, and then we're going to sort it. First, we go to data, sort records. In the sort on, we choose in the available field, we're going to move vendor numbers to the selected field, and then invoice number also to the selected field. Then we click OK. In the to, we type vendor underscore invoice. Then we click OK. And here should be showing the new table of the vendor number and invoice number, which we can check whether is there any sequential invoice number. Okay, for the next test that we can do, with the data that we have is the test on multiple companies with the same address. What we're going to do is we're going to open the vendor table, and then we're going to do the look for duplicate command. First, we go to analyze, and then we just look for duplicate, and the duplicate's on. First, we're going to try to see is there any duplicates in all the field at all, list field at all, click OK. The output is to the screen. Okay. And here showing that from all the field, there is no duplicates detected. But we're going to do another test on the duplication to check is there any particular duplicates that we can found. First, we're going to open analyze, look for duplicates. Now we open the duplicates on, and then we choose the vendor start and move it to selected field. Click OK. In the list field, we're going to choose the vendor's name, vendor street. Oh, I'm sorry, not vendor street, vendor city, vendor state, and vendor zip. Then click OK. Make sure the output is to the screen. And here showing that there are 3 duplicates detected that we should conduct another review on this particular vendor's name and vendor street. Here we can see that there is the same address of 100 Main Street with different vendors' name, and but here also different zip code. Okay, the next test that we can do is test on invoice amount slightly below the review threshold. Actually, in this case, we don't have any specific threshold amount, so I'm going to show just with the example numbers. what we're going to do is we open the AP transaction table, and then in the edit view filter, we choose the invoice amount less than, for example, is 800, or invoice amount bigger than, let's just say 1500. Then we click OK. And here is the result of the comment on the invoice slightly below review threshold. Okay, so for the next test in the chapter 12, in the second part, we have the payroll fraud test. In the payroll fraud, we can do the test for excessive hours work, test for duplicate payment, and also test for non-existent employees. In this case of sample project, the first thing that we can do is we're going to do the test on duplicates payment. In the first test, the first thing that we should do is we open the payroll table, and then we look for the duplicates in the analyze. Look for duplicates in the duplicates on. First, we test all duplicates in the all field also. Okay, make sure the output is to the screen. Click OK, and here showing that there is 0 duplicates detected. Okay, the next duplication test that we can do is look for the duplicates, but with the different characteristic. First, we analyze, look for duplicates. In the duplicates on, we choose employee number and net pay. And we click OK here. And then in the list field, we choose the check number and the working department. Click OK and make sure the output also to screen. Click OK. And here showing that there is one duplicate detected, that we have similar employee number, but with different working department, and also different check number with the same net pay. Okay, so for the next text is testing on non-existent employees. What we're going to do is we're going to open the payroll table, and we're going to join this table with the employee master table in order to retrieve the data needed. First, we click data, join tables. In the primary key, we choose employee number, click OK. And in the secondary table, we choose employee master. And for the secondary keys, there's also the employee numbers. Click OK. In the primary field, we choose the check number and the working department. Click OK. In the secondary field, we choose the first name and also the last name of the employees. Click OK. The output for this, we type join underscore payroll underscore employee, and we click OK. And here should be showing the result of the command that we can look for the non-existent employees. Okay, and for the last test in the chapter 12 of fraud detection is a test on the lapping account. For the lapping account, the test that we can do is the balance forward method and the open invoice method. Unfortunately, with the data that we have, we cannot conduct this test as there are not sufficient data to conduct the test. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.